Welcome to another episode of ARC Synergy. My name is Angeline. I am a licensed speech language pathologist as well as the founder and CEO of ARC Synergy. ARC Synergy was built to help clinicians with their licensure processes and remove the guesswork around requirements. In today's episode, we're reviewing everything you need to know to obtain your full SLP license. As we go through each requirement, you'll see how this information appears inside the Arc Synergy app, so you can reference it anytime during the video. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd love for you to leave a comment and share how many state licenses you currently hold. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, be sure to leave us a review and follow the show so you can stay up to date on future licensing content. Arc Synergy, a centralized licensure platform built by an SLP for SLPs, designed for practical clinical application. In this episode, we're walking through how to obtain a full speech language pathology license in California. So we will include the application steps, the required documents, the timelines, the fees, and all the important rules that you need to know before you apply. So this is a high-level walkthrough. For full documentation, downloadable form, and special cases, including school-based practices, ASHA endorsement, and out-of-state applicants rules, you will find everything that you need organized inside the ARC Synergy app. This applies to speech language pathologists applying for a full California license through the California Speech Language Pathology and Audiology Board. California does not participate in the Interstate Compact, so all applicants, including out-of-state clinicians, must apply directly for licensure. So the process begins with submitting a California licensure application where you will choose between a temporary license, a full license, or both. Many applicants choose to apply for a temporary license alongside the full license so that they can practice while the full license application is under review. So once submitted, the board reviews your material for completeness. Missing documents are the most common reason for any delays in the licensure process. If you currently hold or have ever held an SLP license in another state, you must submit official license verification from each state. So these verifications must come directly from the issuing board, not from the applicant themselves. All applicants must complete fingerprinting. California residents must use live scan fingerprints. Out of state applicants must submit two fingerprint cards, so the FD 258 cards, along with payment by check or money order. So incomplete fingerprint submissions will pause your application review. To qualify for full licensure, you must have a master's degree in speech language pathology or communication disorders from an accredited program. You must also complete a documented clinical fellowship submitted to the board official forms. This may be included with your initial application packet. California requires the practice exam for licensure. If you took the practice within the last 5 years, your scores must be sent electronically from ETS using the reporting code 8544. If your practice exam was taken more than 5 years ago, you might qualify for an exemption. So that exemption requires proof of continuous license employment for at least 3 years in another state or recent CEUs submitted for board review. Org Synergy clearly flagged which pathways apply to you based on your history. Hope you are enjoying this episode so far. Your support is really appreciated. If you're watching us on YouTube, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below to let us know what other state licenses you would like us to cover next. If you're listening to this podcast, please give us a follow and leave a comment to let us know what you think of the show. We would really appreciate it. Now back onto the episode. Fees vary based on how you apply. So a temporary license costs $30. A full license or ASHA endorsement costs $150. Applying for both temporary or and full licensure together would cost you $180. Out of state applicants submitting fingerprint cards must also pay a $49 fingerprint processing fee. All payments must be submitted by check or money order payable to SLP AHADB. Oxynergy displays the exact fee total for your situation so that you have all the information that you need before you apply. If you hold an ASHA certification, you may use ASHA endorsement for a streamlined application. You will include your ASHA account number, your ASHA number, and no separate verification letter will be required if you have ASHA certification. The processing time depends on whether your application is complete and how busy the state board is for that season. So for now, a complete application is typically processed in 1 to 2 weeks. So that is after they review your application basically. So and an incomplete application may take 2 to 3 weeks or longer. So submitting all your documents together make a significant difference. But the California board is notorious for taking a long time. So I would apply months, like at least 3 to 6 months before you think you will need your license, if especially if you're already licensed in another state. And definitely do the temporary license application as well. If you plan to work in California public schools, a speech language pathology services credential through the Commission on Teacher Credentialing is required in addition to your board licensure. So this involved a preliminary credential followed by a clear credential once additional requirements are met. Oxynergy separates schools and medical pathways so you know exactly what applies to you. California licenses are state specific and do not authorize interstate practices. So, licensure is the clinician responsibility, of course. So, the delays can be caused by missing paperwork, um, and they do not pause any upcoming deadlines that you have. Out of state applicants should plan ahead, like I was saying, for fingerprinting processing time as well. If you have any questions about licensure, you can contact the board, the California board directly by phone number or email. We keep their contact information directly and up to date inside the Arc Synergy app, so it's always one tap away. If you want to track your application step, you want to verify that you have all the required documents and you want to compare the license type, so a temporary license versus a full license, and avoid missing any requirements. Everything we have covered today, plus the detailed exceptions, are available inside the Arc Synergy app. You can find California's, again, licensure, the pathways, the fees, the timeline, and direct links to the board all in one place. Arc Synergy, a centralized licensure platform built by an SLP for SLPs, designed for practical clinical application. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. You'll find download links in the description below, or you can scan the QR code on the screen to get the app on iOS and Android devices. For short step app walkthrough and feature demonstration, follow us on Instagram or TikTok. And for real time licensing updates and rule changes, make sure to follow us on X. If you are looking to connect with other clinicians or ask questions or join any discussion, make sure to join us on Facebook. Our community page is open to all clinicians. If you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share comments with any questions. If you're listening on a podcast platform, a quick follow and a review really helps us keeping the show running. Thanks for tuning in.